Seriously, you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord, to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
Amazing honor don't like no soldiers. With the Spirit of the Lord, we don't like no soldiers.
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell, toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, class was being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commander General Yohana ISUPK.
This is what Commander General Yohana did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
That's right.
ISUPK Detroit presents under Commanding General Yohana. ISUPK Detroit Community Service. If you're on probation or have a felony, you can fulfill your community service hours here.
at 12355 Gratiot Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. We offer expungement services for most felonies. We also do food drive, counseling, and health fairs. For more information, call 810-392-3261. Again, call 810-392-3261.
Mic check. Can you hear me?
Alright, baby. I do need you to give me some Manischewis.
So what? Manischewis. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Baraka Thumb Israel Yahweh Shemar Lataba Shem Yahweh Shah to all the sisters out there. This is Priest and Officer Katab of the ISUPK Detroit, of course, under the command of Jen Yohana. And we are started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, which we will be in NYC tomorrow. So this class is going to be a little short. We're going to finish up on the future tenses, but we're going to be out on a clothing drive mission in New York City tomorrow, bright and early. If you still want to support, feel free to contact your camp leader nearest you. Send donations. We always have food or clothing drives, so it can just be for the next one if you can't support this one. All right, with that being said, we're going to jump right into it. Of course, what we always do is go over the alphabet. We're going to go through the alphabet. I think I'm going to write out the Assyrian this time. Let's see if our protege can write out the. I'll write the ancient. All right, she said she wants the hard one. She said she wants the Assyrian. Leaves me ancient. And of course, what you want to do right to left instead of left to right when you're actually writing in the translating it, even though you're writing out the pronunciation of it, you would still be technically writing it from left to right because it's English characters that you're using. But let's get them on the board. You got your ba, ga, your ha, za, cha, ta. And what was interesting last week, what was happening was we had a word that had tazah in it. And one of the students wrote out tazah. So they wrote out ta and they said za. And I'm like, man, that's technically right, but it's so wrong. Like, because the word wrote out said something to za, that's how she put it. Actuality to. So it's little things like that we want to make sure we pay attention to. Honest mistakes. Done words. Got your ya, your ka, ma, na, sa, I, taza, wa, sa. This is something that we do every week. So, are you ready? The sister in a dress. Whatever color you want. It makes sense. Go get her notes because she couldn't read my handwriting.
No, your handwriting.
You know why? Like a 7. The skinnier. Like, that's a good point. Step to the side just real quick. So, what I do, like, da, wa, and I believe ra, gonna all look like 7s, but it's how long either the top is, and if you squiggle maybe that bottom. But oh, you can go ahead, do your. Ha ha ha. She said shy, cha. Hey, so what's funny was it's this lady that I used to know. I ain't gonna say used to know, but she was on Clubhouse when it was first jumping off. What's her name? Sister Adaya. And she used to always say, "Hey, brother, Chatab." So you know the tie looks like the X-Men. Oh, I forgot you doing the Assyrian. Yeah. So the tie looks like that U with a little thing at the top and a little slant on the end. Okay, she says she's on Kai. Good job. And then you see how the Ka and the Na are kind of similar. One is rounded. Well, this writer made it rounded on one, boxed on the other. You finish those up. So I'm gonna put this man of Chevys in. Hey, we got these convenient cups. Oh. Yes, they can see your face. Hey, babe, so interest of this truth. Do you want to do I don't know, a young married podcast? Hey, you almost there? No. Where we at? So you got your qua. Oh, so your qua is, yeah, your qua is wrong, and your tazah, if I'm looking at it right. Your tazah is the Y, right? Yeah, both. You got two to look like a Y. I should be a G. So your sa. Oh, no.
All the way back.
We're gonna find it.
I messed up in the.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Ah, that's right. We know that one's good. Yeah. We got ba. We got ga. Da. Oh. She said turn the live off. Well, this is real life. This is... Well, that's how that All right, just roll it. Oh. Just look the same. The ka and the na. Oh, so you got ka. Like a music symbol. We got it, Israel. See? But see, this is the one that it's not like, it's not ours. This is their bastardized rendition. Called Assyrian Hebrew. For all you guys that didn't know, the Feast of Dedication was yesterday. My rib was like, hey, how come you let me know we celebrate Hanukkah? And I was like, Hanukkah? Since I'm in this language class and I'm teaching this Hebrew, I gotta act like I know a little something. All right, look, we did it. After 15 minutes, we got the alphabet on the board. And it's important because sometimes, see, what we ran into was things like this. So you got, these can all look similar depending on how you write it. See that? Ya, Y, and Ra all kind of look like sevens, depending on how much you either squiggle the base or draw out the top. And then you got the ka and your na could definitely look similar. Your tha, ka can look similar. And then your ba. So I mean, yeah, there's a bunch that can end up looking the same, depending on who wrote it, the script. So that's why I always say get familiar. Pick one that you are comfortable writing repetitiously. And then I would say definitely learn the one seen in most applications. And the only reason I say that, so if you pull up a book or you to, let's say, one of those Strong's Concordance is regular book, they might all write it the same way. That's the learning at that time. Pick that one to study. All right. Then we're gonna get these simple alphabets out the board. Now let's get into the future tense real quick. so we can get out of here and get to New York City. So, like I said last week, what I'm gonna do is, within the next two classes, I'm gonna put the past, present, and future tense in one solid class. I'm gonna have a little bit more examples. It's gonna be a lot more interactive, so we can get it as in able to pick out a word, apply it in the past, present, and future tense, possibly add some prefixes and suffixes as well. All right, so the future tense, the word future is Ait Hayad. Going out already? Oh, all right, so I'm gonna correct myself. So I kind of just did what the student did last week, but I did it verbally. So I looked at the word and I said, Ait Hayad. Like it was I and Ta. Anyway, but this is I Tha Yad, Salakia. I Tha Yad. It's future tense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up the format, and as we change through the different sequences, as he, her, you, we, I, the format is kind of going to be the same. So I'm going to leave certain things on the board and change other things. So we're going to start off with you in the masculine tense, and we know that you is I thought like. That is your you. The word that we're going to be using again is shamar. That means watch or to watch. So I wanted to say you watch or you will watch. The rule is you add a tha at the beginning. So when you add a tha at the beginning, so now you have tha shamar, which is will watch. And of course, putting it all in a sentence to say you will watch, you just drop down a tha, and it will be a tha shamar. which is you will watch. And if it'll help out, I'm gonna put some of those in a slightly different color. Probably capitalize the rules or write the rules in red so it'll stand out. So after you got that down, we're going to move on to the feminine. Remember, this is the masculine version of you. So then you have a feminine version of you. So the masculine version is Fashamar. And if I wanted to say you in the complete sentence, a Fashamar is you will watch. All right, so the feminine version of it is Athan, Salakia, Athan. And me just being paranoid, I'm a double triple check. Salakia. Write down on my phone. So I double triple check this what I was asking, and you can put a 1 in the chat if you guys will be interested in a podcast that deals with couples in the truth. You know what I mean? If you kind of see what I don't want to make it like some sort of reality or something like that. It's not like I'm gonna wake up and show you my ribs, eye boogers and stuff. But it'll be moments where you know what I'm saying. Y'all put one in the chat if that's something that y'all want me to do. Y'all would be interested in seeing Kitab in real life. More of me in real life. And, so shout out to the sister. She says she want to be a part of the school. I dropped the ball on that. She was like, since I went to Chicago, she wanted to be a part. So we're gonna tell the camp leader she wants to officially start her 90 days, so she can get her so she can get her Hebrew name. But now she's saying, hold on. She said she ain't about that life. Y'all see, she's speaking up. She said she is. That's
if you hear me, I am.
She said it with her chest. She said, I am. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. All right, so we're gonna fall back. I skipped one. That's what was kind of throwing me off. Israel, Salakia. I missed I. Straight to the masculine. get to that. But if I wanted to say I will watch Salakia, I. Word is on Yah. All right, so the word is Anya, 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 which is I, and this is for the masculine and feminine. So when it's in the masculine and feminine, the word is still shawamar, and it's shamar, which is to watch. So if I wanted to say I will watch, it's Anya, and the rule still is the same. You add a tha at the beginning. So it's Anya. I'll scoot that down. So I should have started with the I will watch. Anya is I. The rule still applies with the add a tha at the beginning. Ya tha shamar, or I will watch. Lock you for the confusion. A little pause. And that applies to the masculine and the feminine. Yes. So that will be your right. So your na, ya. These connected, you have on. My baby called me my lord. I just want y'all to get that on record. All right, so the first one we did, which was the Atha Thashamar, because the feminine add a rule to it. You add a ya at the end. So Word is still shamar. Saying it in the feminine will be tha shamar ah. Of course, dropping it down. In the feminine. All right. So the difference between the masculine and the feminine, the masculine didn't have the ya at the end. The difference between the I will watch in the future tense, it just had the thigh in the beginning. Remember, it's always more than likely going to be a caveat when it comes to the feminine tense, and the caveat here is the ya at the end, because it's the same for the masculine, the tha in the beginning. So you got anya tha shamar and a tha shamar ya, tha shamar ya. Next one. So now let's get into the he will watch. How would I want to say he, or how would I say he will watch? The word he in Hebrew is hawa or hawa'a. So the rule for this particular one is ya is at the beginning. So Yashamar is he will watch in the Hebrew. Yashamar is he will watch in the Hebrew. So the difference between what we just came from in the feminine or the you will watch is the fact that the ya was at the end, and this time the ya is at the beginning, and there's no tha at the beginning. So it's Yashamar for he will watch. And that's the masculine. All right, so she. That's Haya. So this one is thigh at the beginning. No, so there's a way I'm gonna try to explain it. So, visually, and it'll probably how I put it together on the next class. But visually, if I wrote them all lined up one after another, you will clearly see that there's simple changes. The root word stays the same, and then there will be either a thigh at the beginning, or a ya at the beginning, or a ya at the end, and a thigh at the beginning, or vice versa. The difference is some of them are going to sound the same, but because of the tense, like because we're talking about the haya, that's automatically a female. I mean, that's the word she for the most part. So now we're talking about the feminine sense. So adding the thigh at the beginning, the thashamar, meaning she will watch, you will automatically see that, well, since we're talking she, automatically, thigh being the future tense is the same. It might be the same. I, or the I will watch, because it's just the future tense. So it's like, you know how like last week, whatever that tense was, it's like almost adding the ed at the end of it to dictate the past tense. So you have the thigh at the beginning. Say, and I'm not saying this as in, oh yeah, it's hypothetically speaking. Let's just say the thigh meant will. There's going to be a point, like at this one, when we were going over the last one, which I believe was the he, since we said he will watch, that Yah end up meaning the will for that rule. He will. That's just that indicator. It's not like definite all the way down, because it changes per who you're talking to. So I mean, it's just really a memorization thing. You will have to remember memorize that for he, Yah has to go in the beginning. Say he will watch. So it'll just be Yashamar. All right, she says she'll get it eventually, which means I have to figure out a better way to explain it. Yeah, but see, the part of learning is certain things shouldn't be that hard, and that's the job, to make it easy to keep those dots. So I just have to figure out how to connect those dots a little bit better. My speech. So Thashamar. So Haya I Thashamar is she will watch. And that rule was add the thigh at the beginning next we're going to the we. I'm gonna go through it every time instead of just. That might have been kind of confusing too. So let's. So the word we is I. So the word we is anaknawa, and that's the masculine and feminine. The word that we're using is what? Verb, shamar. We're going to keep using for this today. We're using shamar for the word. So the word we're using is shamar. So how would I say we rule? As a matter of fact, so you add beginning. So we is not why the word watch. So the rule is to add a na at the beginning of the word. How would I say we will watch? All right, what did you say again? Right. So how do you say we? Okay, I believe she said anak nuwa, and then right. Good job. So to say we will watch, it's I knock. And that's how we would say we will watch. Anak Nuwa Na Shamar. All right, so you in the masculine plural Which means to say y'all. Say you all, y'all. A thumb is your you/y'all. The rule for that back to adding a thigh at the beginning. Simply be thumb, which is you or you all, y'all. So there's a couple different tenses that we've used to dictate the y'all. I mean, the dictate thigh at the beginning of the shamar. The differences is one might be a thumb, one might be a thigh. One might be a thumb, one might be a thigh, which tells you, oh, a thumb is talking about masculine in the plural. The next one we're going to do is the athon. Feminine plural. And the difference at the end. So now you have two rules in place. So you see the one that we just went over, the athum, which is the masculine plural of you or you all. You just added the thigh at the beginning of the word. Now for the feminine plural for athon, now you have athon fashamar na to dictate or to say y'all will watch or you all will watch. And that's two tenses. So you have ham, which is the rule is you put the rule is you put a ya at the beginning and add a na at the end. So that would look like You got your word ham for they. You have shamar is your root word, and then you add the yah. So it's ham yashamar na, or they will watch. Ham yashamar na, for they will watch. Salaki, sis, Salaki. But yeah, ham yashamar na. So if I can word this a little bit better, you have shamar is your root word. That's not going to change. What changes is the word that dictates who you're talking about. So it might be the hum, the athah, the hayah, the hana. All of those is the he, the she, the anat nuwa. That's the we. And then comes before and after it. No difference than in the English tense. Like if we wanted to say ed, or he watched something, add an ed at the end, determine or to dictate, oh, that was in the past tense. So now it's the tha, or what's preceding the shamar, is like the wheel. And the na at the end kind of helps or assists in the whom, as in the masculine or the plural. That tense, what is, I can word it like that. Because it's not always the same like that. You see, the rules may change, the root word stays the same, but in the rule, you either add something at the beginning, first letter in, or so like when it was in the present tense, between the first and second letter, we had to add a particular character. Indicated, oh, that was the present tense. But in this time, the future tense, the masculine plural is just Yashamar. Last one is the Ham. Which is beginning. You put a tha at the beginning and a na at the end. So it's ha fashamarna for they will watch. Han fashamarna for they will watch. Han fashamarna for they will watch. So yeah, that's the last one, but it's all memorization. So when you, after a while, you will automatically get that when you see Han, that's the feminine plural. So as soon as you see tha and na at the end, it's just like, well, we know that's future tense. They're talking about something that they will do. That's why I was trying to add. So yeah, the Han Thashamar. So these will change. Sometimes it'll just be a thought at the beginning. Sometimes it'll just be a nod at the end or something at the end. But those are the little rules that you will memorize that'll dictate past, present, and future tense. So like the next class, I'll put it all together. Like you'll be able to see, all right, past, present, future tense of a single word. That's you might be able to grasp it like that. So I'll do Han for the masculine, the feminine plural. I'll do the past, present, and the future tense. So you'll see. I see it in my I'm gonna write it out how I learned it in Spanish. So trabajar means to work. I did get a clarification. I called the camp leader. I got counsel on that. I got counsel. I was texting him like, "Lock it, my lord." Okay. So you got that simply meant that was your I, he, so that's how I process it. So when the word, and this was in the present tense, so traba, this word stays the same. Well, this part of the word stays the same because trabajar is the root word, and then you just go down the list and say, well, if I wanted to say, I work is trabajo, you work is trabajas, she work is trabaja, we work is trabamos. Might be easier to understand it. I'll put it like that. But that's how I learned it in Spanish when I was. All right. Anyway, this ain't a Spanish class. This is Hebrew. So all right. With that being said, that is the future tense. So we did the past, present, and future tense. How to conjugate or to formulate a sentence or words in the past, present, and future tense. So like I said, next week will be the complete class where we'll go over it in its entirety. So I'll have a little bit more examples. We'll use a different word other than shamar. And then we'll just have some fun with it. Of course, the last Friday of the month will be a freestyle Friday. Will be a little bit of Hebrew, a little bit of everything, a little bit of question and answer podcast. It might just me being my rib sitting down kicking it. Putting a grocery list together. All right. So like all right. With that being said, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters and to the brothers in Israel. Amajim Shabbat. How about Shem y'all? Good, you good. Yahweh Shamal thought about Shiv Yahweh shot. You did. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You had to look at your notes though. You forgot it. See, that's why you got to keep coming to class. Oh, you was on. It was Shark Week